My name is Andrew Wilkes, and I am a six-figure online fitness coach turned online fitness coach, and now I teach online fitness coaches how to make a lot more money. And if you're watching this video, that's probably you, and you're probably interested in coaching. You're probably trying to figure out why the fuck, you're not making more money, right? And why you're, stuck under $5,000 to $10,000 per month. And honestly, I'm going to say in this video a few things that might piss you off. Right. The reason I do that is genuinely I don't like pussies. Right? Like when it comes to people, when it comes to a personality trait, right? And to be real with you, I would never want somebody who takes my words harshly and it hurts their feelings and they don't get benefit from it. I would never want to work with somebody. I wouldn't want you guys watching my content if you're the type of person that hears something hurtful if it's honest. Right? If it's something honest and you genuinely can change it and it hurts your feelings, good. I don't want to work with people who exactly will hear what I'm about to say and take it personally and not do better afterwards, right? I want people to watch these videos and work with me who will hear these words and hear what I'm about to say and take it and realize I can do much better, right? I can do more, right? And if you're the type of person that's going to hear what I have to say and it hurts your feelings because you think you know everything, well, scroll off now, click off now, because this video is not for you. It's for the people who really want to make money and can drop their ego and don't get hurt by what I'm about to say, because those people are the ones that are about to make a lot of fucking money from watching this video. Simple. Okay, so let's get into it. So one of the first things I want to kind of go over is the industry standard, right? The industry standard is the reason most coaches are broke and stay broke no matter how much work they put in, no matter how much effort you put in. It's what's going to keep you broke for a long period of time, right? So what is the industry standard? We'll get into that. But let's be honest, you probably use excuses all the time. And those excuses are probably, a list of things. But let me be honest with you right now. It's not the algorithm. As somebody who was able to scale their business to $20,000 to $40,000 a month with 1,100 to 2,000 Instagram followers when I was doing coaching, the reason I did that was because I never blamed my algorithm. I just went after it. I ate. I treated it like there's money out there, and if I'm not doing everything I can to get it, then I'm a failure, right? So chase the money, chase the success, chase after it because there's money out there, and if it's not coming to you, well, you only have one other option. Unless you want to be broke, you got to chase. You got to chase the fucking bag, boys. So it's not your algorithm. It's not your niche. If you have a niche, if you know your ICP, your ideal client that you're trying to target, it's probably not your niche, right? It's not your genetics. It's not your city, and it's not your audience. It's not your audience, right? It's the standards for yourself that you've accepted as normal as a business owner, right? Because let's be honest, if you build your business around industry averages, you'll get industry average results. And even though you see people in supercars and you see people being super successful, you see people like in my position hitting $100,000 months, $200K months, $1 million months, and you see coaches in your position, like you think they're no better than you. You think you should be hitting those $10, $20 to $80,000 months, and you're like, wow, I should be doing that. So you follow the standard. Let's be honest, they're not following the standard. The people who are stuck under 10K, 20K, they're the ones following the standard, and that's why they're stuck. So the industry average coaches are underpaid, they're overworked, they're constantly stressed with clients and the inputs they have to put in, and they're one bad month away from quitting and going back to their job, or quitting in general and staying at your job, right? So today I'm going to go over exactly what happens and why that happens and exactly how to fix it so that you no longer stay under the industry standard, okay? So first of all, my name is Andrew Wilkes. I help fitness coaches scale their business and make real money from their coaching businesses without huge followings, selling low ticket trash, or without burning out. I help coaches really build a system and a life based around being a successful business owner and not taking the bare minimum out of themselves. I hold my clients and myself to a high standard, and we sell high ticket to our clients. Genuinely, when you work with me, you sell anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 packages, and you don't accept anything less. You work your ass off and you get paid for what you work for. And that's something I believe in, right? So if you have a low following under fucking 50K and you're not making money, I'm going to teach you exactly with my channel how exactly to not attract low ticket clients, not to accept anything under $2,000 per client, and how to not burn out while building a business, right? So that's just how coaching businesses work, is what everyone says. But no, that's the average. That's how the average coach works. And the average coach isn't making the money you want to make. You don't want to be average. If you want to be average and you want to be okay with being average, scroll off. This video is for people who want to be fucking great and dominate the game and be the best at the game that they can possibly be and be the fucking front runners, right? The quote by Conor McGregor, I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over. I'm here to take over. I'll explain to my girlfriend today that there's different personality types in men. There's, same as the animal kingdom, there's alphas, omegas, and betas. The alphas run shit. They don't want to just be average. They don't want to just, work for somebody. They don't want to just put like minimal work in and get minimum out. That's the omegas. The alphas are the ones who run their business, and they're building their business to be the fucking best. And they won't accept anything else, and they work for it. The omegas, they're okay being average, and the betas, they're okay sitting at their job. And it's okay to have a job. I mean the people who want to do more but don't. That's what I call a beta. Right? As corny as that sounds, if you're on this video and you're watching my content, you probably agree with me, because I attract pretty fucking masculine, dominant men. I attract mostly alphas, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you're watching this video and you want to be an alpha, not a beta or an omega, keep watching. So I talk to coaches every single week, and I hear things like this. Most coaches charge $150 to $250 per month, right? They have a 20% close rate, and that's pretty normal for our industry. The clients usually don't track. They don't keep up with like anything that they're doing, so it's hard to get them results. People ghost you, and they just say that's part of the game. It's not. You shouldn't be getting ghosted. If you're getting ghosted, you're doing something wrong, right? And that's the number one thing with running a business. If you want to be great, not average, you got to take accountability for the bullshit. If somebody doesn't show up to your call, that's your problem. You did something wrong, right? If you get ghosted in the DMs, you did something wrong. If you send your booking link and they don't reply, you did something wrong, right? If no one's coming into your DMs, there's something going wrong, right? So it's about accountability. So it's posting 3 times a week is enough. It's fucking not. 3 times a day is what the best coaches do, right? And it's not about 3 times a day for like a week or a month. It's 3 times a day for consistently a year if you're trying to hit those 100K months, right? And every time I hear one of those, I ask a question simply: who told you that that was the goal? Like, who told you in your life that that was the goal? The bare minimum was the goal. Was it yourself? Was it your peers? Was it the competition? Was it when you look at other people and you're like, oh, he's doing a little bit better than me, so I'm going to listen to that? What was it? Was it someone doing amazing? No, it was someone doing average. And we don't want to be fucking average, right? Because let's be honest, the average coach can't quit their job. They have inconsistent months. They get emotionally wrecked by cancellations or no-shows or people ghosting them or not closing clients and getting no's, right? One, we're taught that, sales is a numbers game, but really if you're good at it and you get good at it, it's a numbers game to get good at it. But when you have a system in place, it shouldn't be the average to, get no's or get cancellations. The average should be closes. You should be averaging 80% from the field. You should be averaging 80% close rate. That's my mentorship standard. When guys join my business, if they have 10 calls, they better be closing 8. If not, we fucking grill them and we work hard and we review those calls just like Jordan reviewed game tape. We go crazy. We want to be the best. We don't want to be average, right? So, and they secretly resent their clients. That's a big thing. Is like a lot of coaches end up, signing clients and they end up fucking hating working with them. Right? And that's the cause of low ticket. That's the cause of low ticket and getting by. You don't want low ticket clients. You want high ticket clients. You've probably heard the joke online where it's like, the low ticket guy is always like, oh, but what about this? What about this? Millions of questions. And it's like, oh, send this over. Can you help me with it? The high ticket clients are going to just be like, send the payment link, dude. Let's get it done. So that's why we want an industry standard and hold a standard to ourselves where we're charging higher prices, right? Why would the average person be a measuring stick? I don't care if you shoot for the fucking moon. At least you got a long way to go and you have a large target to focus on. If you're aiming for the average, it's like, dude, it takes a week to get there. But there's a reason you don't become great in a week, right? So let me ask you something completely honest, right? Let's be honest here. Do you wake up every morning and think, I want to be a perfectly average coach? Half of people are better than me. Half people are just floating in the middle. No, of course not. You don't want to be that guy, right? And that's exactly what happens when you live by industry standards. You do just enough. So here's a little bit of truth, right? Here's the rule that governs everything for me and my team. You do not get what you want, you get what you tolerate. If you tolerate low ticket guys, you get that. If you tolerate high paying guys who are ready, you get that. Because you are what you put out. You attract what you are. You don't get what you want. You get what you allow and you tolerate, right? So you get and accept good enough. If you tolerate weak follow-ups, sloppy delivery, inconsistent content, soft sales conversations, low commitment clients, then don't be shocked when your income reflects that, dude. You planted low standards and you got low returns. That's on you. That's on you, right? That's not bad luck. That's cause and effect, brother. That's motion and action. You know what I mean? This is how it is. Right? So as a fitness coach, you are the standard setter. You set the standard for your business. As a business owner, the reason I'm high energy and I'm focused and I'm dialed in all the time is because I got a team. I got clients. I got people who are in my mentorship. It's like I set the standard. If I wake up in the morning and fucking piss greatness and that's the standard, then everyone's going to be winning. But if I'm on the team going like, yeah, dude, it's fine. Like your deadline, it's like a few days from now. Like, no worries. Like, yeah, bro, take a day off. No worries. Well, guess what? That's the standard. If I'm like that, that's the standard. That's the standard. So I work my ass off. So my team, my employees, they work their asses off. When I'm working my ass off, when I'm getting my content out, when I'm getting my stories out, when I'm, in the Discord, when I'm in the community talking and being there and being involved on top of my 18 hours worth of calls a day, getting my YouTube videos out, doing all these things, it's like, holy shit, Andrew's a workhorse. I got to do that because they see where I'm at and they want to get there. So I'm the standard on my team. My standard is here. So everyone's chasing after that. I perform the fucking best I can, so everyone chases after that, right? And that's where you have to be for your own company as well and your own business as well. You have to stop thinking about it as a content creator or a small business owner. You have to think about it like a CEO. You know what I mean? You have to think about it like you are the fucking face of it already. You are the biggest company on the planet and you have to act that way, right? So it's not just your clients, but for your business. How you treat your business, it's not just about how you treat your clients, it's about how you treat your business and how you treat yourself as a business owner. Like I said, be the CEO, be the face, be the fucking front runner, right? Be the best. Don't be average. Don't accept that shit, right? So your standards decide how much you charge, who you work with, how fast you grow, how much stress you feel, and whether this business is empowering or exhausting you. Every morning I wake up and my business is my front runner. It wakes me up in the morning, right? It doesn't make me exhausted. I can work fucking, like some days I'm working 18 hours. I don't get exhausted. I'm fucking constantly just empowered to go. It's powering me. It's motivating me. It's like, yes, put the work in. So is your business going to empower you or exhaust you? If you don't consistently set standards, the world sets them for you. That's something you have to understand very early on. And I understood that very early on as well, which is, I'm grateful that I understood that very early or I wouldn't be where I am now. And it's like the sooner you understand that, the better outcome you'll have with your life. So if you don't constantly set standards, the world sets them for you. What I mean is like your broke coach friends, Instagram gurus, your old 9-to-5 mentality, your comfort zone. The comfort is expensive, right? Let's say you're making $5,000 a month from your job. Good job, dude. And you're comfortable, so you don't start. You don't push yourself. How much money are you actually losing? You know what I mean? You're not starting your business. You're not investing in your business. I don't care how much the investment is. I guarantee you, if you were, like, let's say the investment was $100,000 to start your business. Sure, that's expensive. But it's far more expensive to stay in your comfort zone and be making $5,000 for the rest of your life. Right? I got off a call with a guy who has some of the most potential on the entire planet. And I don't like selling people. I just like having conversations. If they want to work with me, cool. So I didn't sell them hard on anything. I probably could have pushed and got the sale and closed them and whatever. But the biggest thing is I don't want to work with people who aren't ready, who haven't gone through this mental stuff, who haven't decided I'm ready and I'm going to start, right? So I was on a call with this gentleman today. Great guy, great work ethic, really cool, charming personality, really fucking good energy, really smart, intelligent guy, great physique, had a big dream, had a big plan. But he's making $5K a month and he's comfortable. He's not happy with where he is. He has bigger goals, but he's comfortable with where he is. So he is so comfortable that he's not going to get out of bed. He's so comfy in that warm bed that he's not going to get out. Right? And how much of your life falls apart if you lay in bed all day? All of it. You don't go to work, you lose your job. Why? Because you were comfortable. Right? So you're comfortable, but you could have been making $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 a month with your business on the low end just as a beginner. Think about how much money you're losing staying comfortable, right? And comfort is fucking expensive. It costs way more than starting your business. Starts way more than investing in a mentorship. It costs way more to stay comfortable than to push yourself and take a risk. Simple. You're losing millions of dollars in your lifetime from staying comfortable, right? Like, here's an example. A coach tells me, Andrew, I want to hit 10K a month, but realistically it'll take a year. It doesn't. It can, like, we have guys like one of our clients, Justin. I don't know if I might pop something up, but this video is supposed to be quick, so I might not pop something up. But Justin joined our program and in 2 weeks went from $0 to $10,000 a month. He was coaching for 6 months. He was in other mentorships. He was in other programs. He joined those gurus that like sold him on like this big, like expensive, like, oh, you can buy a Lambo from coaching kind of thing. And they didn't know the systems. He learned their systems. It didn't work. He was in different mentorships for over 6 months trying to coach, trying to sign clients. Didn't work. He joined with us, hit 10K in his first 2 weeks with us. That was a goal for him for like a year. Didn't hit it. Couldn't get close. He joined our program, joined our mentorship, worked with me, hit 10K in 2 weeks. So 10K doesn't take a year. 10K doesn't take a year. Realistically, if you aren't the person for it, it takes however long it takes you to become a 10K a month person. That's how long it'll take you for your business to get there. Because your business, you don't grow to the level of your business. You don't grow to the level of your income. Your income in your business grows to the level of you. Right? So it's like, for me, when I wanted to hit, the reason I hit 28K in my first month with 1,100 Instagram followers as a fitness coach was because I was a fucking $50,000 a month person. My discipline, my mindset, my work ethic, I was already there. So like when I started, my business had no choice to try and catch up. Now it's like I'm trying to become a multi-millionaire level person, where it's like we're $1 million a month level of person, right? We're already millionaire status, but actually, no, I'm not, just saying, because, like, I think there's a legal thing. I can't disclose income or anything like that. So that's not an actual disclosure. Right. But now it's like, I want to become $1 million a month business. What does that take? I need to work on myself and get myself to a $100 million a year type of person. That kind of person. Right? So if you're struggling to get to 10K a month, and you've been at it for a long time, guess what? There's probably switches in who you are as a person that need to happen for your business to grow to the standard of who you are. To hit 100K a month, dude, you got to act like it. You got to be that person. Look at people who are doing that. Start acting like that, behaving like that. Study the routine. Obviously, the routine is going to be different because that you might work a job and they don't if they're at that level, right? Like, I don't work a job. I haven't worked a job in probably 2 years now, right? Almost 2.5 years now because of my coaching business, right? But I only got there because I was the level. My business followed to the level of man I was. So there's probably a deep thing in you with your routine, your discipline, and who you are. Right? I see it every day with my clients. It's like they come to me and they're not the person for the money yet, and they have all the systems, but it's not working. And then we dissect who they are and their daily schedule and their routine. And it's like, then they fix that. And then a month later, it's like, Andrew, I hit 15K a month. One of our clients, Luke was an alcoholic his whole life, right? Had really bad habits, right? And even though he fixed that problem and fixed himself as a man, he had bad business habits. So he was trying coaching on his own for a while, and it didn't work. And then I gave him systems and everything and implemented everything, and it wasn't really working too well because there was something missing. But obviously when we're tracking our KPIs and stuff, it's like, okay, those things are there. You're getting the work done, but you're getting the wrong work. So let's dissect who you are as a person and break that stuff down. And once he leveled up who he was as a person, I kid you not, bro, hit $16.8 thousand in his first 3 weeks with us in the month of January. Went from working at a local gym to doing that with his coaching, because he fucking grew to the level of person of a $20,000 a month person. So his business has no choice to catch up. Now he's working on becoming a $50,000 a month person, so his business has to catch up, right? So ask yourself why. What physical law says you can't do it faster, right? What physical law is stopping you from hitting those 10K a months faster, right? Those 20, 30, 40, 50K months faster, right? Like, there's no physical law stopping you. There's no, God's not stopping you. The universe isn't stopping you. The government, the fucking like billionaires, the Epstein Island people, they're not stopping you from hitting $10,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's stopping you. There's nothing in your way. And they'll probably say things like this. Like, you'll probably say something like this. And this is probably what will hurt your feelings. I'm calling you out directly, right? I need more followers. I need more trust. I need more testimonials. I need more time. I need more time to think about this. I need more time in my day to get things done. You have enough time, right? I signed 3 clients with no testimonials yet. You don't need more testimonials. I need more followers. I did $28,000 my first month with 1,100 Instagram followers. I need more trust. My content showing who I was as a person, as a man, with my mindset and who I was, my physique didn't bring trust. That brought trust. You build trust through repetition of the same fucking thing, right? And people see that. People see who you are. Be authentic, right? Some of the real constraints that people have, like some actual constraints people have, but most of the time, it's just low standards for speed, right? It's the low standard for the speed you have in your business and like the speed you have of taking action. Most guys, like I said, they say time's too much of a problem. Well, guess what? If you spent the time working on your business and getting the tasks done as you do thinking about your business, you would be probably richer than me, dude. Simple. You'd probably be richer than me. You'd probably be richer than anybody in this industry if you just use the time and instead of thinking about what to do, you actually got things done. It really only takes 20 minutes to map things out. Map out your day the day before, and then you don't spend any time thinking about it. You just get those tasks done, right? So how fast can you actually get those tasks done, and how much speed can you work? The only difference between a successful entrepreneur or a successful coach, right, isn't how much knowledge they have. They usually have the same amount of knowledge. It's all on my YouTube. It's all out there. It's on other people's. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Instagram. How to do certain things. It's all out there. Hell, on my Instagram, dude, I literally break it down. How to do a full 10K a month. How we got clients to 12K week. Stuff like that's all on my YouTube. You know what I mean? The information's out there. How to build your content, how to DM set, how to fucking sell, how to nurture leads, how to build out client results, how to build out your page. It's all on my Instagram. It's all on my YouTube. So I'm assuming it's probably on other people's successful coaches' pages too. All the information is out there. So the difference between somebody who's successful and someone who's not doesn't come down to the information. It's all out there. It's how fast do you take the information, right? A successful entrepreneur right here takes that information and instantly activates it. Instantly takes action on that information. A non-successful coach, what does he do? What does he do? Has the information, spends all day thinking about how to execute it rather than just trying and starting. That's it. For example of speed, it's like I paused this video literally because I had a client message me on this monitor here, and guess what? Speed. Fucking answered it. I'll probably pause this video like 5-10 more times because I have to do that. I have to get back, and it's speed. It's results. My team has a question. My setters have a question. My sales team has a question. My editors have a question. My fucking clients have a question. The guys in my mentorship have a question. Bang, I'm on it. It's speed, right? It's the biggest thing. So it's how you have speed with everything, because if your standard is post when you feel inspired or when you have motivation, DMing, or you're DMing inconsistently, you hope people book in calls, or you wing sales DMs, you like conversations, so DMs or sales calls. Yeah, 12 months to hit $10,000 sounds about right? But if your standard is daily content 3 times a day, daily outreach, You outreach to 10 to 30 new people a day. Some guys, bro, when I was fucking in your position, when I was under 10K a month, when I was at zero, bro, I was outreaching fucking 50 to 100 people at a time, right? I actually got verified. My first client, I was broke. Like I was 30 grand a day. If you know that story, you know that story. But I was 30 grand a day. I had no money. My first client, I used all that money from that first client that I signed to fucking buy a verification for my Instagram, pay for the premium subscriptions, everything. I was still broke, but I invested right back in my business, right? So it's like I was outreaching so much, I had to get verified so I could outreach more, right? And it's like our standards on our team. This is what I mean. Don't fucking work with me if you're a pussy. Because our standards on our team are 3 times a day, post reels, 3 reels per day. 20 to 30 stories per day on your Instagram. Fucking outreach, minimum 30 new outreaches a day. 30 to 60 follow-ups per day. It gets easier every day that you send out. So you send out 30 today, 30 tomorrow. Well, guess what? Then today you have 30 follow-ups from yesterday. The next day you might have 60. Next day, there's more. Right? So it's like put in the work, put in the inputs, schedule that in, book time off for that. Like actually schedule that in, right? Right? But if your standards are like structured follow-ups, right? Rehearsed sales. So you actually practice your sales. You have maybe not a sales script, right? I'm not a big script guy, but I give out scripts so people can practice them. And then after a while, once you get good at it, 1-2 calls, maybe 10 practice calls with the guys in the program or a friend or a family member, or, the guys will practice with me or guys will practice with each other in the mentorship. It's like, after 10 to 20 practice calls, drop the sales script and then just build out a point form. We have so many guys who they practice so much, they don't need a script anymore. They just have point form of questions they need to ask, right? You have a tight offer. You have an offer that's undeniable. It's what I call such a good offer that people would feel stupid to walk away. I've said that on sales calls. And I'm like, that's good, right? That's everything you need. That makes a lot of sense to get you the results you need. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, right? It's so good. You feel stupid to say no. And I'm like, right? And they're like, yeah. And then guess what? Now they don't want to say no because now they would feel stupid. Right? Sales psychology, right? I'm a very calm guy, but I'm very I'm very personable on my sales calls. So I can make jokes like that. If you're a very blunt person, I don't recommend making jokes like that. But if you have strong positioning with everything, if you hold yourself accountable, if you're positioning yourself strong and confident in your content, your sales calls, everything, then if that's your standard, right? Now all of a sudden, 90 days to hit a $10,000 to $30,000 month. It's not because you're special. It's because you changed your standard. Your standard has changed, right? So here's how I can tell, and here's how you can tell how high someone's standards really are, right? How many angles do they attack a problem from, right? A low standard coach will say, oh, I tried this style of content, it didn't work. I tried content, it didn't work. I tried posting that amount, it didn't work, right? High standard coaches say, I tested 40 different hooks. I tested 10 different formats of content, 10 different tones, 10 different CTAs. I tested different problems to hit until something hit. I tested different pain points until something hit, right? Low standard coaches will say, I hired a setter, or I've been DMing people for a while and it didn't work. High standard coaches will say, I rebuilt the script. I retained daily information. Right? I messaged people daily. I followed up with people that weren't even interested or warm so that they stayed consistent, right? I tracked my numbers. I tracked my inputs. I tracked how many posts. I tracked how many messages sent. I tracked how many replies. I tracked how many follow-ups. I tracked how many pitched calls. I tracked how many booked calls, right? And I improved all of that until I got closes, right? That's the difference between a low standard coach and a high standard coach. Low standard coach will say, I tried ads. High standard coach would say, I tested different creatives, different audiences, different types of landing pages on my Instagram, different pricing strategies, retargeting ads, and offers until it printed. I changed my offer until it printed, right? It's not that it didn't work. It's just you weren't skilled enough yet to make it work. That's not an insult. Genuinely, it's not an insult. It's an invitation to do better for yourself, to make yourself better. Genuinely. And the only way to get skilled is with volume. Nobody becomes a good boxer after throwing their first combo. You just get better, right? So here's the rule I want you to tattoo in your brain. I'm tatted. I'm tatted up, right? But here's something I want you to tattoo in your brain, right? This is my most important tattoo. It's the one I have in my brain, right? Industry standards are not the law. It's not the laws you have to follow, right? They're actually handicaps. They're handicaps that average people accept in their life. They accept to feel better about their average results, and the momentum stops. And momentum stops, dude. Like the moment you stop accepting them, you separate yourself from the pack. Now you're no longer what I said in the beginning. You're no longer a beta or an omega. Now you're acting like an alpha. And alphas get results. Alphas run companies. Alphas are CEOs. Alphas are successful men. They're killers. And killers have a fucking high standard for themselves, right? So here's your challenge. Here's what I'm going to challenge you with. Pick one area that you've been hiding behind, like one industry standard that you've been hiding behind, whether it's, keeping your price point low, keeping your content like inconsistent or not throwing out volume, whether it's, not being a dog towards sales, whether it's the sales formula you have and being unprepared or untrained or unpracticed, right? Like lack of preparation is preparing to fail, right? We all know that. Whether it's follow-ups, how you're following up to people, right? There's no such thing as being pushy in the DMs. It's being hungry. If they think you're being pushy, cool. Go. More follow-ups, right? It's how you're delivering, right? Your delivery. How are you delivering for clients, right? What are your timelines? What's the industry standard? Are you like, oh, I'll hit 10K a month this year? Or are you like, I'll hit 10K a month this fucking month? What's your timeline for your goal? And then ask yourself, what would the top 1% standard look like here? And then ask yourself, how many angles can I attack? How many angles can I attack this from until it breaks, until something wins? That's how real coaches win. That's how winning coaches win. That's how they're created. Winners are created that way. It's thinking, I have a problem. I'm not going to give up. I have a problem. How many different angles can I try this from? And they get it done. Right? If you want average results, follow the average advice. Genuinely. Don't come to me. Follow the average advice. But if you want uncommon results, you just have to accept. If you want uncommon results, you need to reject what most people accept. You need to reject the average. You need to reject it. Go be a killer. Go be an alpha. Go be a top dog. Go be a top 1%er, and you should want to be. You shouldn't ever want to be average, right? So make sure you subscribe if you want more real fitness coaching, business breakdowns, and more business coaching info. Because mindset aside from this video, we have some real value towards this. This is real value, the mindset towards it. But if you want some real, actual, actionable steps and how-tos, subscribe, go to my account and look, or DM me on Instagram and book in a call or ask some questions, and I'll answer them in the DMs and make sure that we're on it. Comment the word prestige, and I'll make sure I answer. And any questions you have, I'll help you out. Okay? I'll help you out. If you come from this, comment prestige, and I'll help you out specifically. All right, this is a 30-something minute long video, so you're invested. You actually care enough to make change, so I'll make sure that I can help you out the best way possible, okay? So I want you to hold yourself to that standard, boys, and get after it. And if you want to hit your first $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month with your coaching business, one of two things. Comment the word prestige, and I'll help you out in the DMs, or directly in the description. Book in a call using the link in the description, and let's get after it, brother. Okay? Because average isn't cool anymore. You have goals, work towards them. Get it done. I love you. God loves you. Peace.